Bismillah Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to ASTC. So, in this video, we will be looking at some past paper questions related to composite functions. So, in the previous video, we started the lecture on composite functions. We studied about what do we mean by a composite function. So, that is a function inside another function, right? So, you substitute one function inside another function, and then sometimes you are required to solve the equations which are related to composite functions. So today we will be looking at some of these questions. So let us get started. Question number one is f of x is equal to x square and g of x is equal to x minus 3 upon 2. Find g of f of x. So now we always start from the right hand side. Okay, so you have to substitute, because look, the original function is g of x, but what do we need to find? We need to find out what is g f of x. That means instead of x I have to plug in the function f over here. All right, so let me write this down. We know that f of x is equal to x square, and we need to find out what is the function g of f of x. So that would mean instead of x I'm going to write the function f of x, which is x square, and then I'm going to write the remaining portion of the function g of x. So this will be x square minus 3 upon 2. Okay, and that is the answer for this question. So my final answer would be x square minus 3 over 2. All right, question number 2. F of x is equal to 3 plus 4x and g of x equals 6x plus 7. Find in its simplest form f g of x. So now in this case we have to input the function g into the function f. So over here I'm going to put in this entire function. Okay, so first of all let me write this down. The function f of x is equal to 3 plus 4x, and the function g of x is equal to 6x plus 7. Now f g of x will be 3 plus 4, and then I'm going to draw a bracket. Inside the bracket I'm going to substitute this entire function, 6x plus 7. Okay, that's the main portion of it. Once you understand how you have to substitute one function inside another function, then the rest of it is just simple algebra that we have already covered, right? So now I'm going to expand the bracket. So 4 times 6x will be 24x. Okay, plus 4 times 7, that would be 28. Then 24x plus 28 plus 3, that will give us 31. Okay, so that is the answer, 24x plus 31. Now look, the question says find in its simplest form. So make sure that your final answer is in its simplest form. All right, number 3. F of x is equal to 5x minus 3 and g of x is equal to x square plus 6x plus 1. So now here we have a quadratic function. Okay, find g of f of x, give your answer in its simplest form. So let me write this down. We know that f of x is 5x minus 3, and we know that my function g is x square plus 6x plus 1. Now I need to find out what is the function g of f of x. So that means you have to substitute 5x minus 3 into the x over here as well as into the x over here, because here we have two inputs, right? Here we have two x's on in the function g of x, so there will be two substitutions. Okay, so first substitution is going to be of x square. So inside x square, what am I going to write down? That will be 5x minus 3 plus 6 times, again you have 5x minus 3 and then plus 1. Okay, Now, once you have done this, the rest of it is just algebra. So now 5x minus 3, that means 5x minus 3 whole square. So that would be 5x minus 3 times 5x minus 3 plus 6 times 5x, that would be 30x, and 6 times minus 3, that would be minus 18 plus 1. Now we are going to expand the two brackets. 5x multiplied by 5x, that would be 25x squared. Then this 5x multiplies by minus 3, so we get minus 15x. Then this minus 3 multiplies with 5x, so you get minus 15x, and minus 3 times minus 3 gives us plus 9. Okay, then here we have plus 30x, and over here we had minus 18 plus 1, so this would become minus 17. Okay, now further we have to collect the like terms and then get our final answer in its simplest form. So here we have 25x squared, then we have minus 15x minus 15x, this would become minus 30x, and over here we have positive 30x. Okay, then we have 9 minus 17. So 9 minus 17 will give us minus 8. Now you can see clearly that minus 30x and positive 30x can be cancelled off. So we will be left with our final answer, which is 25x squared minus 8. Okay, so this is how you have to do a working for this type of question. All right, number 4. F of x equals 7 minus x and g of x equals 4x plus 2. Find f of 2. So look, now there are two steps being involved. First, you need to find out what is f of 2. Okay, that is the first step. Then whatever my answer is going to be, I'm going to apply that into my second function f. Okay, so let us do this. First of all, I need to find out what is f of 2. So that means 7 minus, now instead of x over here, I'm going to write down 2. So that would be 5. Now of f of 2 means that I'm going to substitute this 5 into this value. Okay, so therefore this would be 7 minus f of 2, which is 7 minus 5 equals to 2. So 2 is going to be my final answer. Then it says find g of f of x in its simplest form. So here we have to substitute f into g. All right, so g of f of x. So that means substitute f of x into the function g. So that would mean 4 times 7 minus x plus 2. Okay, so 4 times 7, that would be 28. 4 times minus x would be minus 4x plus 2. 28 plus 2 is 30, so we have 30 minus 4x. Okay, and that will be our answer to question number 4, part B. All right, number 5, solve. Now in this case, because the question tells you to solve, it means we need to find the value of x. Okay, and look over here, it also says that x is equal to something, right? So let's see. It says f of g of x plus 1 is equal to g of f of x. Now look, this is a 4-mark question, so you have to be careful about what you have to substitute and where. First step is going to be, if I only consider the left hand side, there are 2 steps involved. First, you have to substitute x plus 1 into the function g. Okay, inside this function, you have to write down, instead of x, you have to write down x plus 1. Then whatever the answer you're going to get for that, you have to substitute that into the function f, which is your second function being applied. Okay, so let us do this part first. So we need to find out f of g of x plus 1, and that is equal to g f of x, right? Okay, first of all, let me do this on the side. I need to find out what is g of x plus 1. So that means instead of this x, I'm going to write down x plus 1 plus 4. Okay, that would give me x plus 5. Now I'm going to substitute this x plus 5 into the function f. So in order to find f, let me write it in a different color, just so that it becomes very clear that what are we substituting and where exactly. Okay, so in this one, now instead of x in the function f of x, I'm going to substitute my x plus 5. Okay, so this will be x plus 5, then whole square. So remember, we are substituting over here, minus 25. Okay, let me just plug in my charger. All right, now once we have written this, okay, then we have to expand the brackets. So we have x plus 5 times x plus 5 minus 25. So this would be x times x will be x square, x times 5 will be 5x, then this 5 times x will be 5x, and this 5 times this 5, that would be positive 25. Then from this top, from here we have minus 25. Now what's going to happen? We'll have x square plus 10x, and 25 minus 25 becomes 0. So this is the expression that you're going to get for the left hand side. Okay, now we need to find out what is the expression that I'm going to get for the right hand side. Okay, so we already worked out what is on left hand side. We need to now work out what will be on right hand side. So here I'm going to write down g f of x, okay, equals to, here we have to input the function f inside the function g. Okay, so this is my function f, okay, and I'm going to substitute this in my function g. So that means over here I have to first write down x square minus 25, then the remaining portion of g of x will be written, which is plus 4. Okay, simplify this, so we get x square minus 21. All right, now what I can do here is, once we have written all of this, we can now apply all these expressions into this formula. So here I can write down x square plus 10x equals x square minus 21. Okay, now we bring everything to left hand side. So we have x square plus 10x minus x square plus 21 equals to 0. So this x square cancels with this x square, and you will be left with 10x is equal to 21. Sorry, 10x is equal to 10x minus 21, or rather it is actually 10x plus 21 equals to 0. So 21 has to go to the other side. So this becomes 10x equals to minus 21. Divide both sides by 10. So you have minus 21 divided by 10. Therefore, the value of x is going to be minus 2.1. All right. Uh, for this, because we needed to find out x, right? So if over here you don't move minus 21, you only move x squared, that is also perfectly fine. So like for example, what I can do here is, I can keep minus 21 on the other side, okay, without moving it. So okay, let me just, yeah, okay, should be something like this. So over here we have x squared plus 10x. This x squared goes to the left hand side, and I do not move minus 21. It is still on the right hand side. So what I'm left with is 10x equals to minus 21, and then the rest of the steps are as follows. Okay. All right. So that is the end of our video. Okay. And that is also the end of our topic on composite functions. Now in the next video, what we're going to do is we will be looking at some mixed questions. Okay, the questions that include all the concepts, all the way from your substitution of constants, the variables. They could also have inverse functions, they can have composite functions. Okay, maybe the questions might also ask about the domain and range, right? So this will be a mixture of questions. Okay, like you have a one single question, and within one single question you can be asked about various different topics that we have covered so far. So I think this would be a good idea to stop, and first you must revise all the concepts that we have covered so far, so that once we are attempting the mixed questions in the next video, you will be much more clear and you'll be much more alert as to what's going on. You'll understand, you'll have much more clarity. Okay, all right, so I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.